Ugly people that had a glow up? How different were you treated before and after the process? It's like flipping a switch. People treat you like you've always belonged when they see you differently, but they conveniently forget how they treated you before. I was even considering a plastic surgery. But another thing also sucks. If you were ugly and become more attractive and people treat you differently than before, that will just prove that those people are only talking to you because of your appearance. I was not ugly, but overweight. I lost 35 kilo in 1 year. I am treated differently, man keeping open my doors, etc. When you are fat, you are invisible. People are a lot more friendly now. In a kind of way, I think it's disgusting. I feel this so much. The, OMG, you lost weight, you look so good. Girl, you've been on both sides of the spectrum, and I can attest to one thing. The difference is disgustingly clear. Early on in high school, I was scrawny as hell, acne, bad hair, unathletic, literally built like the nerd emoji. Genuinely, the only thing I had going for me was that I was tall. During that period, I never really fit in at all. But here's the rundown of how things would go. If you participate in a conversation, chances are people will either sort of ignore you or smile and inch away. You would get invited to events far less often, and overall, people would be rude to you. Again, if I wasn't tall, I would have probably faced a lot of bullying. As a final note, when people treat you like it's very hard to make up for it with personality. Even though I still managed, it was disheartening trying to be nice and cool, all the while being a punching bag of sorts. But then, after a glow-up, which consisted of acne disappearing, fixing up my hair, getting contacts instead of glasses, taking off my braces, and putting on roughly 15 to 20 kilograms of muscle, the difference is disgusting. Suddenly, you're funnier, you're interesting. You're getting invited to parties with friend groups you never even knew existed. People actively go out of their way to talk to you. Suddenly, talking to girls is easy as hell. Genuinely, it was repulsive how big of a difference it made. You even get compliments. Overall, it's horrible, and it makes you realize how shallow most people are. You change from being annoying to be honest and bold. The labels you get described as are different. You go from boring to sophisticated. Everything can be a negative when you're ugly. Everything is a positive when you're attractive. It's kind of weird how much privilege I have living life, from children, elderly, similar age. Opposite sex will cherish you. Same-sex relationships will actually take a fall. I haven't had any solid male friends in a while. I went from being accepted in my nerdy interests to feeling like an outcast. Men stopped treating me like a friend and started treating me like someone intruding in their hobbies. I stopped feeling like I could be a part of the communities that meant a lot to me because I was embarrassed by how much it felt like people saw me as other. It can feel like people see me and assume I'll be mean or bully them. One-sided crushes are a new awkward thing for me that I'll never get used to. And people sometimes switch up on me and reject me as a friend very quickly when they realize I won't sleep with them. 3 years ago, I looked completely different than I do now. Genuinely, when I compared pictures of me side by side, I can barely recognize myself. Because of my loud and blaring personality mixed with my ugliness, most girls in my grade used to think I was weird and off-putting and stayed away from me. Thank you to my best friends who always stayed with me, though. After I transferred schools, I got a massive glow-up, which transformed me into a whole other person. Obviously, I got more compliments because I was no longer hideous. It raised my ego to a healthy level and made me more confident, and all of a sudden, I had schoolmates from my old school who used to not give a about me stalking my social media profiles and messaging me. I'm talking people who used to make fun of me, shun, or dislike me, are now complimenting me, and messaging me continuously despite not getting adequate replies. In the past, when I was ugly, people disliked my loud and outgoing personality because they thought it was creepy or weird. They would stay away from me to avoid attracting attention. But now people think it's quirky and attractive, and they think I'm so funny. After my glow-up, I was making so many friends in such a short time. It's really stupid. The weirdest changes were teachers' attitudes towards me. Both male and female teachers in the past would almost ignore me or make fun of, scold me for my personality in class, and they would be super nice and complimenting to my friends who were more attractive than me. I noticed that after I had a massive glow-up, I became the favorite student in majority of my classes. So weird. definitely made me less trusting of people's true intentions when they befriended me. I guess you really have to be grateful for those who stuck with you for who you really are. Thanks for watching. We upload every day, so make sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day and see you in the next one.